morning, guys. Time for another shave review. This time not on a soap. Today is going to be on the Legacy brush that was kindly made by Eric Sorrentino. All right, I just got this in the mail yesterday, and let me tell you, this thing is awesome. I was expecting some good work, and expecting the finish to be nice, and I've dealt with Tuxedo knots before, but what I wasn't expecting is the weight on this. I was kind of hesitant. Wood handles tend to be a little lighter, but man, this thing is weighted awesome, and the shape is nice. You can just lock it right in, or if you want to, it's really nice. So the lighting in here is crap, so I will do my best to show the grain of the wood. So this is Goncalo Alves, I believe, otherwise known as Tigerwood, and the grain variance in it is amazing. So Eric did 14 brushes. He did quite a few brushes, and the grain variance between each brush is amazing. So to celebrate, all the Legacy members and all the members that got their brushes so far, all right, decided to use Ghost Town Barber to christen the brush. So this is my christening shave. All right, for those of you who don't know about Ghost Town Barber, it's made by Chiseled Face Crematorium. All right, it's described as walking into a barber shop and getting smacked in the face with a leather saddle with gun smoke around you. So it's a Western take on a barbershop scent. It's pretty nice. I'm not one to be big on leather scents, but this is one that I actually enjoy because it's primarily a barbershop scent. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today. We're not going to break so I can lather up and do all that. I am going to break to get my face wet and everything, but I do want to show you guys lathering and get my impressions of the brush while it's lathering up. I'm going to dip the brush in the water, squeeze, shake it out a couple of times, and get right into loading. Using a slightly damp brush, and I'll tell you what, the one thing I could tell dry before I even did anything with this brush is, man, what the amount of backbone this thing has is amazing. Eric set the knot just right. Get a little bit more water in here. All right, he set the knot just right. This knot is not quite as soft as my Wolf Whiskers, the original Tuxedo knot. Oh, losing the hair, just fine. It's not quite as soft as my original Wolf Whiskers Black Wolf knot, but that's fine. Let's see how this lathers up. Again, I do sprays. So 4 sprays is approximately 1 teaspoon. And I had the bloom water that was on the soap dumped in there, and that only ended up being about a teaspoon, maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon. And so we'll probably end up adding at least another half a teaspoon, another 2 squirts. Right now it looks like it's wonderful, but I want to show you guys what I mean, what I look for when I'm lathering soaps. And it sounds gross, but when I'm lathering soaps, I know that it's ready to go to the face when I get what I call booger lather or snot lather. And mainly because the consistency looks like booger. All right, and when I get it here, when I get it there, I'll show. But basically, it just takes a little bit of work to get the lather there, because you do want to get enough air in there. Of course you want enough water, and you need to be able to pick up enough soap on your load. Almost there. One more squirt. But and what this allows is you get plenty of water in there. This is bull lathering, by the way. You get enough water in there, and then it just takes a little bit more to get right on the face. There's the booger lather. So, looking at this, pull it up. And you can see that the tail is quite gelatinous, and that's what I look for. So the lather's ready right there. I do have another couple things I got to get done. The shave today is going to be with the Jerry Stark 7/8 French point. All right, so of course the brush, you guys saw the brush. The brush incidentally is a 25 millimeter brush. All right, I've been looking forward to this shave for a while. All right, let's get right into it. Afterwards, I'll do a pass, give you my impressions of the brush on the face, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you in a second. All right, guys, we're ready to go. Got my razor strapped and brush soaked and lather made in front of you guys before. So let's see how this brush does. So it's got an incredible amount of backbone dry, but man, when you get it on the face, it just splays out like nobody's business. It's so easy to splay. In fact, while it has a lot more backbone dry than my Black Wolf nut, it splays twice as easily. So, let's get some more water in here. There we go. Ooh, throwing lather everywhere. Actually got on my rotational DE blades. So all the DE blades that I have in rotation right now, big gob of lather got on it. So anyway, yeah, this got a nice sheen to it now. This brush is most excellent to use. So this is his Barzini shape. And does have the TSC logo in the bottom. So brushes will be available to normal members. So one thing I haven't talked about yet is TSC is pretty unique in a lot of ways. Yes, it has a member-driven video form. It has it has its own radio show that it runs through YouTube. But it also has a hobbyist section. So it has a class of, they're not vendors, but if you like creating things like brushes or razors, or doesn't even have to be shaving related, you can show off in the hobbyist section. Now you're not allowed to sell your wares directly in the threads. But people can contact you there and available to be contacted. So people can get some brushes. So if you're interested in one of Eric's brushes, go in and shoot him a PM, and he'll be happy to talk to you about it. All right, let's see how we did on the lather. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and clean up after this pass. And I'm going to go finish my other 2 passes. I'll be right back and we'll wrap up the video. Alright guys, we're done with the shave. So, good shave. Stark did a wonderful job, and it was able to do that because I got a wonderful lather out of the Ghost Town Barber from this awesome Sorrentino brush. Again, I can't speak highly enough for the craftsmanship on this. The wood grain is excellent, so good choice guys. I'm picking the wood type, and tell you what, this immediately goes up the list. I've already got 4 synthetics, well 5, and my favorite out of those is probably the Boss, right here, Candy Cane by Wild West Brushworks, or my other Tuxedo, which is my Wolf Whiskers Black Wolf. So these are both 25 mil. You can see the difference. Totally different feel. This is a little bit softer, dry than this is, but I'll tell you what, this feels absolutely awesome on the face. So, all right guys, so if you're interested in learning more about Ghost Town Barber, they make a matching aftershave splash, eau de cologne, or eau de parfum, excuse me, bath bar, pomade, which I use today, even though I'm wearing a hat. When I take my hat off, I want my hair to be at least not in flyaway shape. But they do make pomade. Not sure if they're in stock right now, but check them out at Groomatorium, groomatorium.com. You can also find chiseled face products, I believe, at Maggard Razors, www.maggardrazors.com. If you're interested in obtaining your own Sorrentino brush, come visit us at the Shaving Cadre. Find his thread in the vendor, not the vendor, excuse me. He's not a vendor. He's a hobbyist. In the hobbyist subform, take a look at some other examples of the brushes he's done, and then hit him up in private message, and go ahead and ask away. He's really easy to work with. His prices are very reasonable. He's a awesome stuff. Can't speak highly enough of the brush. All right, that's enough for me, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Again, if you haven't found us at the Shaving Cadre, stop on by and check us out. www.theshavingcadre.com. Hope to see you there. Later.